And one thing that the Lord has been teaching me over the last year is about his will. Everybody wonders, what is God's will? And if you're familiar with the scripture, if you read it, then you can see who God is and what his will is. And the struggle right now, everywhere, is between whose will you're going to be in. So you can be right here, totally in love with the Lord, doing his will, agreeing with the Lord. That's being in his will, is agreeing with the Lord. But you can hear something and be tempted and step out of his will and into Satan's will. And the moment that you step into Satan's will, he's in control. You can always step right back. So you can't think of yourself when you make a mistake or you're tempted to do something you know you shouldn't be doing. It makes you think, man, I'm a horrible Christian. You know, what am I doing? I'm not doing this right. But the Lord is still right here.
And he's with you always. There's nothing you can do to separate yourself from God after you've accepted the Lord. Yes. So even in your, whatever you think is the worst, he's still with you. He just needs you to get back in line with him.
Yes. So when I'm saying stepping over here, I'm not saying you're away from God. God's still right there. But you're stepping out of agreement with God, because God does not agree with sin. Now, sin can be any of the furthest things that you think would be disgusting to yourself. And it can be as simple as a lie. And it's all the same. Jesus said they're all the same. So it doesn't matter what the sin is. All it is an agreement with Satan. As soon as you make that agreement, he seems to be in control of your life. But all you have to do is get back in agreement with God and say, you know what? I did something wrong, but I am forgiven. I'm redeemed. This is who Christ made me to be. And you get back in agreement with him. You just have to agree. There's a whole lot of power in agreements. If you agree with Satan, then he can bring destruction in your life, accidents, trauma, all kinds of things. And all it is from being in an agreement. And it's just a lack of knowledge. A lot of people are not familiar with that. So the Lord said in the Old Testament, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And it's not something that the Lord doesn't care about. He's very passionate about teaching people. He wants you to know. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to be without chaos and destruction and everything that comes along with the enemy. So let me give you an example. I can use myself. That's always the best example. I could be right here teaching and doing what the Lord has for me, and I'm agreeing with him. This is what he has for me. This is what he has for you. But I can hear something that will draw me away, or I can choose not to. I can hear it and ignore it. That can be the temptation to get upset at somebody. That can be the temptation to steal something. It can be the temptation for anything. And all it takes is up here. It's not out here. It's up here. You keep your mind focused on what you agree with the Lord, and you won't go that direction. But the moment that you turn your head and agree with the enemy,